Well, this is
one and
mercifully
only
short.
Xylophone here with week
Jeez.
2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Fight
13
Club.
minutes. We
you
find
know the first
Dan.
rule about Fight Club. You always talk about Fight Club. This week we're going up
like when
against
we fought
Dan.
Fish.
Straight up, the man with
Oh,
Fiends.
I was kidding.
Now, I think Fiends was
What
probably
is
my
it with
bottom
Dan
pick
getting
this
bad luck
season,
with this
and
shit?
Dan doesn't seem to have been playing him super crazy. He's not doing something we would expect. But that doesn't mean we necessarily win automatically. That means he's a bit of a wild card.
We fought
However,
unstoppable
seeing
Fish.
what he has done in his last match, I can only expect he's going to be running a bunch
Dan
of traps
has
and stuff
shit
against
luck.
me, so let's plan
Oh,
accordingly.
jeez.
So already I've switched out the Amorphage Goliath and Archbrave Dragon because I didn't see any special summoning coming from him, so let's assume that's not the
They're
greatest threat we have to
fiends.
contend with. Now, if there are a lot of
You don't
traps
really have
and
a
things that are meant
guaranteed
to kill
play
me,
style
I'm
as
going
far
to
as
want
I
more
know.
Chaos Dragons in there. So let's go for that instead of the alternative. Plus, that also gives me more Dark Monsters to set up with these Chaos Dragons. And on top of all that, we're going to want a few things to clear any back row, such as Twin Twisters. And Evenly Matched is going to be pretty good. And Ritual Buster pretty much just means I win the duel if I get to play it. For that, we'll get to take out the Pot of Desires,
well, no, make sure
just because
Blue
it's
Eyes
just more
Ancient
draw
Gears.
power. Same for the Upstart Goblin. And then final card I'd want to bring out, no obvious choice here, but I think it's just going to be Dark Magic Inheritance. Because the only thing that I can do is search another Chaos form. And I already got 6 ways to summon the Chaos Max Dragon in here, so we're probably going to be okay. Plus, I can just search off Bingo Machine Go, and we're going to be okay. So, this deck is going to be what I'm running this week. Of course, we'll side deck things if we need to, but wish me luck. Let's duel. Week 2, Fiends versus Dragons. Dan versus Xylo. Let's see how it goes. Look,
One
man, you don't have
versus
fish.
all.
You don't have fish.
That's true. My fish deck was probably better.
Oh no.
Oh god.
I mean, it was just full of spells and traps. But,
I've been trying to stack you up like, look, we really didn't see what Dan could do last week. He didn't even really get to play cards. So, it might have a good deck. Alright, I'm going to go second because
He didn't get to play any cards.
How
Me,
this
he has a
deck
good
rolls.
deck.
it's not an incredible hand.
Okay. I know. Set
I'm
that.
cheering for you, man. I am.
Oh god.
Soon, because I had a pretty bad first hand.
Alright, well, let's activate this, not that. Then we'll go ahead and... Oh, yeah, there's actually only one play I can do. It's not outrageous, but it is a Chaos Max Dragon.
Not outrageous, it's just Chaos Max.
Oh, not outrageous
Nah,
at all.
It's only half your life points. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's
Too much
activate
prison.
Fiend Roofing
Oh boy.
and
Return one monster in your opponent's graveyard
actually
back to the
nice.
deck, and then
A little
Get
annoying
rid
down the line.
of-
send one monster from your deck to the graveyard. I think it's gotta be Fiend type.
Actually, I could have done a little something with that guy. Man.
let's send
You're trying to get fiends to your graveyard, huh?
Fiend,
Okay.
singular.
a Summon Skull there. So they're gonna take the damage,
Ow.
but
Oh, summon skull.
let's
He is
get that
Fiend
there.
type.
Okay. Sounds good. That's all I got. Yeah, you getting the blue
I
eyes
was
out of my
done with
place.
Return
Not
the
my other
Dragon
play I was
Lords.
thinking of doing.
Okay, right.
Oh,
Let's
Dark
activate
World. Okay,
Gates
this
and
is
Dark World.
this is more in lines of what I expected I might see.
Okay, there we go.
And
Now we're starting to get
now-
something.
We'll banish the Summon Skull.
So you can send a card to the grave.
So I can
Dark
send that.
Necrofear.
Dark Necrofear. Okay.
Just playing generic Fiends,
Uh,
not necessarily Dark Worlds.
So I can't. I'll set that.
Okay.
That should be fine. And
You
I'll
do realize you're
end the
fighting
turn.
Chaos Max, right?
Guess I'll just do this. Because, you know how Chaos Max does, like, piercing damage, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And that
Oops.
double piercing damage, so, you know, a little 74 drop
Ooh.
on you.
Ooh. To be fair, if it was an attack mode, he would have gotten hurt too.
yep.
He might have survived considering he had 1200 attack,
Okay.
apparently.
Didn't come across any of my side deck cards, but,
Hey.
we're gonna keep this as is.
That is the most devastating
fine.
thing you could do with Chaos Max,
Let's,
though. Just your
I think
opponent
I'll go
forgets Chaos Max's effect.
Right, this is a better hand.
Oh no, not again!
Okay, right. Under a normal summon,
Ooh, gotta love a curve
Cure
bandit.
Bandit, and end the old turn. Activating its
Cards
effect.
excavated.
Lava Golem,
Is
things.
there a...
Not a single
Spell,
spell or
Not
trap.
a single
Oh
spell.
gosh. Well,
I almost don't want to activate this. This feels mean.
I don't beat you this turn.
Oh, well, that's
It's
something.
advanced
I just
ritual
wound
art to
you.
get cheeky cast Max Dragon.
Okay.
Yep.
Activate Chaos Hunter.
Ooh.
No, what's she going to do?
Oh, you're making it so I can't banish cards. It's actually really annoying for my hand.
Oh no, chaos form.
And let's get rid of Invader of Darkness. And let's just
Oh
bring
yeah, I
it
totally would have had it if you didn't bring that up.
Then again, it's generic
Oh,
type,
no,
so
okay,
just
now I
like,
have it.
wow.
Actually, no, I think you're gonna live with a couple of life points.
Yeah, why did I put it in defense?
You're an
Well,
idiot.
let's
Oh,
activate
boy.
Damn you, instinct!
chaos form to do that, and unfortunately, since I
You got
can't
ritual
banish
summon
them,
the
I'm
old-fashioned
sorry,
way.
you jerk.
You jerk.
And
Jerk McGurk.
let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll just go for attacks. Yeah, you can't do anything with that.
You can sit a
That's no good
scale.
plays. Sure, we'll go for the straight piercing. Switcher
Jesus.
mode anyway. And you're 200. Yep.
Oh,
As
I
I
didn't
thought.
activate
If you
Sparks.
did,
Ooh.
yeah, if that card did let me banish, then I would have been able to bring out another monster. But
oh.
yeah, you lived. You did a good job.
Because you could summon the pendulum.
The
Right.
defense was a poor choice, but putting it on the field was
Yeah.
Wish I could do that again.
Hmm.
good.
Ooh. Oh no, that's not gonna do much for me.
Activates Red Eyes Fusion. Just plainly
If
cheats.
right.
Oh god.
That's-
Lilith, Lady of Lament.
Oh boy.
Great, you can tribute
okay.
yourself and get a trap. Yeah. Fantastic.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Uh,
Now remember, you can't destroy me, but you can like send me back to hand. You could send me to deck. You also can't target me.
It says tribute one monster,
There's
tribute
probably
one dark
nothing
monster.
you have
Did
that'll
this
be
stuff,
the
but
answer here,
couldn't
but
you?
maybe there is.
Oh wait, no, that's right, Deli. Sorry, I'm so used to
Let's
freaking.
see. Tribute a dark
I'm so
monster.
used to Lilith
Okay,
being
well,
combined
that's
with
not
the
gonna help you.
freaking field spell
Fiend
Layer of
monster you
Darkness.
control,
That I
well,
forget. It's
that's
like,
not
oh
gonna
yeah, that's
help
right.
you.
You can't
Target
tribute your
monster
Reflect
shuffle into
monster
the deck
except
instead
with
of
Layer of
game.
Darkness.
Okay, yep. That
Boy.
is 3 fantastic cards.
Yep.
Oy.
Oh boy.
This is Monarchs again.
Well, this is done amazingly.
Yeah.
I will say.
Let's see if I can
Superb, I
give you a
swear to
chance be a little
God.
tricky out here. Let's see. Let's go for some crazy plays.
Summon a monster you're never gonna
Let's start
summon.
off
Summon
with,
the freaking.
Yeah, let's go into
Summon that guy. Summon the
Sure.
Heratic
Nightmare
Link.
Phoenix. Using these two guys.
Because I'm scared of that
Opposite
base
effect.
down. It spooks me.
Get rid of cast farm to destroy this card.
Okay. Let's activate the
Fiend
Fiend Briefing.
Grieving.
Okay.
Who are you sending back?
Let's return that.
Chaos Dragon.
And
Wait,
then,
I think I needed to have a card to make this effect go off. Great.
um,
We'll see.
right. Can we send anything decent?
Summon Skull.
That's from the field. That's not gonna do anything for me.
Why'd you put in Fiend Grieving if you couldn't send anything good?
There's not a lot of answers here. Oh man. I feel horrible.
Why are all these cards not useful?
Why'd you build a bad deck?
Oh.
Then again, with Fiends, I guess you had no
Oh,
choice,
jeez.
considering you can't really run archetypes. You just gotta run types.
Oh, what is going on?
Well,
Ooh.
I can tell you right now, it's probably not gonna matter whatever you hit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Let's just send that.
Don't even know what that was.
So yeah, that's gone.
Could have been an
I know,
ignoble
especially
as far as
summon this
I know.
guy like I wanted to do earlier. And unfortunately, I killed all your cards, so I can't even pop his effect and do I can't do inflict 300 damage like that. So I'm just gonna have to
Boo-hoo!
attack. Wow!
Yay!
Look at what you've done to me.
You've
Maybe do two
destroyed me,
attacks this
heart
round.
and soul.
Okay, well, that's that. I usually offer a third duel, but yeah. Do we want that?
Do we want that?
You
I
tell
don't think I have
me.
the heart for it, so I'm just gonna take the win, walk away. Thank you for the duel, Dan. It was
You're welcome.
fantastic.
You know, it was tricky. You had to fight hard for the win.
I know, I totally had to sacrifice my Chaos Max at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of went how we were expecting, unfortunately. It's a shame Dan didn't re-roll his deck, but it is what it is. Anyway, just so we have a decent duel in the video, I decided to show you guys my warm-up game. I usually do a warm-up game just before the Fight Club matches. So,
You're playing
let's
Spirals?
check this out. Looks like I'm going up against Spirals.
You're playing
And, you know,
Spirals.
he goes into a bunch of plays, gets himself a whole bunch of cards out, goes into Sky
Just to
Striker,
make sure there's
goes
a
into
fair and
Spiral
balanced
Double
duel
Helix,
going on here
manages
that's
to get
actually
another
competitive.
monster out, and
We
he's going to
ignored
keep
Dan.
going and going and going. This warm-up was actually really tough, but I think we
That
all
could
see
be
where this
Yu-Gi-Oh!
is going to go.
Sometimes
He's going to try to
go
U-link me
expecting
here.
just an
He's gonna
easy
try to lock
casual
me out of
time, and then all of a
plays.
sudden you get punched
I
in
haven't
the
evenly
mouth.
matched, which is one of the few counters for this type of lockdown. So it should be fine. Of course, I don't want to have this Corruptor Ibly, because that just means I can't special summon, especially if he locks down
It's
my
like
field.
JBL says.
So that's unfortunate.
Everyone's
I'm
got
gonna
plans
attack
to get
something like
punched
that
in
to
the
get rid of
mouth.
it. But it looks like our opponent is
Remember
not
when
playing
Spirals were tier
flawlessly.
1?
He does not Ultra Link us down, so he happens to get a Boral Sword out there. He happens to get the Griffin and a Cerberus to add on top of it.
And we hit
Sleeper,
surrender.
So he's got a good field, but it's not an unbeatable field. Regardless, I'm just going to get some cards in my hand. Nice and simple. We're just going to be sending Blue Eyes and Alternative and Chaos Max to our hand, even though we don't have a ton of things to go with it.
Don't even know where
We
rituals.
then are going to switch the Corruptor Ibly to attack mode and take the
To get
least
that off the
damage we
field
can.
and then do this.
And then at the end of the battle phase, we're going to evenly matched, forcing him to keep only one monster, and that one monster is going to be Boral Sword.
Oh, okay, I was worried
So
about that.
that's
pretty
his
still
choice.
sticking
Boral
around.
Sword is able to be destroyed by card effect.
Just not bad.
Alternative says goodbye, sir. Means I don't get to attack or do anything else at the end of my turn, so I choose not to go with my Dragon of Armageddon. But after he made all those plays, he's pretty much out. We're going to attack with this, we're going to attack with this, and we're going to get a Chaos Max ready for next turn. And just so he doesn't get to play any cards such as his Engage, which I didn't know he had at the time,
Of course not.
we're going to get a Harbinger on the
Just
field.
holding on to it for
So
later.
he draws, it's another spell card, he's out, and I win. So we were able to take on a nice, pretty crazy Spiral play with this deck, just because we were packing evenly matched from our side deck to go up against Dan. So that worked out fine. The deck is proving to be pretty good so far. I don't have any regrets for how the deck was made yet, but we'll see when it comes
We'll
down
find
to
a
the next
way.
duels. Next week I'm going
Also,
up
we're just
against
on a
Richie.
losing streak.
So
We
we'll
just
see
happen
how
to
that
fight
goes.
two
But
of the
hopefully you guys
lesser
enjoyed. Leave a
decks
like
in
on
the
video,
first few
and
rounds.
we'll see you next week.
Oi. See ya.